Good morning, friends. Teresa from Star Stylist Homestead. So today I'm going to make something I've never heard of. Liquid pizza. Really? Quick. My husband loves pizza, as you know. So let's get this going. I just took out some onions I had in the freezer and just heated them up here. And then I'm using my sausage crumbles that I made. I believe it was the beginning of the year. I threw the top away, so I don't know. Just because I don't feel like taking the meat out. I'm just going to heat them up with these onions. I don't want to break it up anymore because I want it nice and chunky. So we're heating those up. Here I have my bacon, pepperoni. I have 1 1/4 cups of warm water, and we need 2 teaspoons of yeast. So I'm going to put my yeast in there. Just going to put a tad bit more. We need a tablespoon of sugar. I am going to do this, or I'll put it all over. Mix that together. We need a little olive oil. Okay, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm just going to let that go for a few minutes. They said you don't have to, but I'm going to let it, and I'll be right back. I have 2 cups of flour, and I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt in here, and I'm just mixing it up. Now, I'm going to add in my liquid. And this is going to be thinner than a pancake batter. I have my oven heating on 425 right now. If it's too thick, add a little bit more water. Yeah, see, I think I need a little bit more water because that's not liquidy. So let me just... I did a tablespoon. So that was a couple more tablespoons. I also am doing it in my cast iron pan. I have it right here. I like crispy, remember, so I put a lot of oil on there and I put it right up the sides. Whether that's enough dough to make it, I'm going to try and make a thin crust. Okay, I'm going to go with that. It's still a little thicker than what they had, but it still looks good. Here. So, and I'm going to put it right in this pan. And then I'm just going to spread it out all the way around. You can make this as thick or as thin as you want. You can make it square if you want. It's up to you. I am just going to let this sit there for about 20 minutes, just till it starts bubbling a little bit. I am going to sprinkle a little oregano on here. Yeah, see, I wanted to put this in the dough and forgot. And I'm going to put a little Italian seasoning on. Who doesn't like garlic on their pizza, right? I'm going to sprinkle it with garlic powder. Just to give that crust some flavor. So I have my meat off. And let some of that grease drip out of there. Just like that. Let the grease go to the back of it. I will start a timer for 20 minutes and just let that sit there. My oven's all heated already. Friends, this has only been on a few minutes, but you see all the oil on the sides? I'm just coming through and drizzling this over the top of my dough. Not going to hurt it at all. And I believe it'll keep it nice and moist. So That's what you're seeing there. That's 20 minutes it's sat. I don't know if you can see because of all the things, but it's starting to bubble up all over the place. I could probably leave it a little longer, but I'm not going to. I'm putting this in the oven to pre-bake it for 15 minutes. All right, it's coming out. Okay, that's pre-baked at 20 minutes. So now you put everything on top that you want. This is my sauce. My husband loves extra sauce, so I think I'm going to end up using all. You know what? I know I will. And when I started this video, I said good morning. It was good morning. It is now noon, afternoon. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I am going to sprinkle my cheese. So put it right to the sides, my friends. I can already see that melting. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to need some more cheese. I think I'm only going to put on half. Again, you do you. Okay. Our sausage. It's going to be easier to use my hands. This is going to be a hearty pizza, that's for sure. This is about a pound of sausage, too. Okay. I'm going to wash my hands so I can dig into that. Okay. Then I'm going to sprinkle some bacon on there. I don't think I'm going to use all this because that's a lot of pork right there. Oh, what the heck. I'll put it around the sides. I got it out. I might as well use it, right? And then pepperonis. This is going to be one greasy pizza. Right? And that's a lot of pepperoni too. And now the rest of the cheese. I've probably got another couple cups here. Look, friends, I told you I wanted cheese on the sides, so I just added a little bit more all the way around. Now it's going back in the oven. I'll be back when it's done. Friends, I forgot. Before it went in the oven, I wanted to put a little bit of parsley, so I just sprinkled it a little bit on top. 15 minutes in the oven. I just opened this oven. I'm like, whoa. Look at that pizza. Doesn't that look amazing? Now, we're just going to let that cool. And oh my word, that smells unbelievably good. All right, friends, I wasn't fighting that. Remember, I put all the cheese on the side and it was sticking. So I'm cutting it right in the pan. And I am not going to mess up my big old board, my big old turkey board. I'm just going to pull it right out of this pan and put it on my husband's plate. Get my small pizza cutter here. There we go. Look at that, friends. Look. Unbelievable. Look at those, my friends. All right, let me see if there's the bottom. Crispy. Sauce all over. All right, let's try this. My husband tried it before I came back in. He said it's good. Ooh. Now, that's a good pizza. The crust, let me take just the crust. The crust tastes good. I mean, it tastes like a pizza crust. The only thing I don't like, well, it's not even that I don't like it, because it is good. I like my crust crispy. I probably could have cooked it a little bit longer, the pre-bake, to get it a little crispier. But this is really good. If you want pizza and you don't feel like waiting for the crust, I mean, that's really good. It's good. I bet this would be good. Hold on. So, what I was going to say, I bet this would be good with ranch dressing. Put a little too much. Friends, that's a really good pizza. Especially around the edges, the crispiness of all that cheese. Oh my God. Love it. Love it. I will say, make sure you put a lot of oil in that pan. Mine was sticking because I had all the cheese. So I had to go around with my spatula and unstick it. And then luckily I have one of these cheesy ones that bend. And I just went all underneath to make sure it wasn't sticking. And the only place it was sticking was around the side because I had all that extra cheese. But look at this. Would I give it a 2 thumbs up? Will I say it's as good as my pizza that I bake out in the oven? Yes, if I had put it in that oven. Because that's a pizza oven. But I didn't. I put it in this oven. So yeah, it's really good. It all depends on how you like your crust. The crust flavor is amazing. So, there you have it, friends. I mean, take it or leave it. It was easy. An hour later, and we're eating lunch. It sat for 20 minutes. It baked for 15, and then another 15. So, you see the amount of time it took to make it. So, like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thanks. I'll be looking for new recipes because I'd never heard of a liquid pizza before. I'll see you guys again soon. Ciao for now.